Fire in the ivory hole. Let's cook up some Jamaican brown stew chicken. Stay tuned. Yeah, my Jamaican accent sounds like an Irish accent. I gotta work on that. Stay tuned. So what I got here is a whole cut up chicken, and it's been washed in lime juice and vinegar. That's a very important step. You don't want to skip it, because we're going to put this marinade on here, and we're going to cook this chicken and the marinade together. So you want to wash your chicken ahead of time so you don't contaminate your marinade. So we're going to put a whole diced up onion on there. Don't that look good? Jamaican brown stew chicken. Look at that. Get that on there. We're going to scrape all this off here and brown this chicken up later on the grill. And the Jamaicans normally make this in a frying pan, but because I'm a grill guy, I'm going to make it on the grill. And this is 2 cut up bell peppers, a red one and a yellow one. Put that in there, and that's like the main ingredients of this. You want to get that red bell pepper, that yellow bell pepper all over that chicken. Looking good already. Look how festive that looks. Okay. Then we need a sprig of fresh thyme. We're going to throw in there. About that much, maybe a little bit more fresh thyme. That's important. Then we got a spring onion. We're going to put in there a spring onion. Then we got some tomato, diced up Roma tomato. Don't that look good already? Going to get that in there. This is going to marinate overnight. Our chicken will be marinating overnight in this mixture. We got some more stuff to add to this. Looks good already, doesn't it? Okay. Now, none of the recipes I looked at called for it, but I'm going to put a little bit of paprika on there just to give it a little color. About a tablespoon of paprika. Let's make it a tablespoon and a half of paprika, just to give it a color. And you've also got, you're going to put some this Jamaican Browning Sauce on there, and that's going to further color it. I'm going to mix that in there, get that paprika distributed a little bit. Don't that look good already? Okay, now the one, I got to put some garlic in there. I'm going to put some garlic, get some diced garlic, and I didn't bring a spoon, so I'm going to have to use this one. I'm going to use about a good 2 tablespoons of diced garlic. That's very important, you don't want to forget that. I'm going to get that sprig of rosemary off of there. Get that garlic all on there. Oh man, does that smell good? You can't imagine. If you could smell that. Okay, so we got the garlic. What's next? Oh, a little bit of hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce. I know it's not a Cajun dish, but you know, I wanted to put a Scotch bonnet pepper in it, but my old lady's like, if you put a Scotch bonnet pepper in there, I'm not eating it. So I said, all right, I won't put a Scotch bonnet pepper in there, but if I was making this for myself, I would cut up a Scotch bonnet pepper in there and make sure that that got in there too, because that would be good. Okay, so we got a Louisiana hot sauce. Then we got some Jamaican Browning Sauce. Let me show you what that looks like. Jamaican Browning Sauce is, all the recipes that I looked at agreed that you need this. I guess that's why I call it brown stewed chicken. So you want to get some of this Jamaican Browning Sauce on there. I'm going to call it, it's not even come out of the bottle. What in the world? I can't get it out of the bottle. What am I going to do, Yogi? Oh, that stuff's thick. Let's get a sprig of that rosemary and get some of that out of there. There you go. Okay, Jamaican Browning Sauce. You want to get that all over there. Like that. That's a real thick caramel colored sauce. We want to get that coated up on our chicken. That's what gives the dish its name, Jamaican Brown Stewed Chicken. Isn't that beautiful? That's nice. Whatever that is. I don't know, but look at that. Can you see that? I hope the color of that's coming out on the video. We're going to get that all slathered up in there. Look at that. Jamaican brown stewed chicken, baby. Yeah. Okay, so the only thing left is salt and pepper. I got a little Himalayan pink salt and some cracked black pepper. I'm going to put on there. Get that on there. Oh, and a couple of recipes I looked at call for pimento seeds. Can you see that? Let me get a little closer where you can see what that is. Where's my lens? There it is. Pimento seeds. Guess what those are? Some of the recipes didn't call for it, but some of them did, so I decided I wanted some pimento seeds on there. Well, they're nothing but allspice berries. That's all they are. And I couldn't find them anywhere, and I went around town looking for them, and I finally found them in a Jamaican restaurant, and I got the lady, I said to the lady, you got any allspice berries? And she says, yes, but we only use them to cook with. We don't sell them. So I said, could you slip me a few? And she was nice enough to give me some, and that's what you just saw me put in there, the ones that she gave me. But I had at home, you know, I had some allspice berries at home already. So, man, that looks good. Let me tell you what. It's making my mouth water. Look at that. Jamaican brown stewed chicken. Okay, so that's everything, right? We got the browning sauce, we got the hot sauce, bell peppers. Oh, we got a lime here. We're going to throw in a lime. I'm going to juice the lime. It's about some juice of the lime. I'm going to throw that lime right in there, right in that marinade. The other, I got the juice of a whole lime. Lime juice, very Caribbean kind of a thing. So that's, yeah, that looks great. That looks good enough to eat, just as it is. Can you see that? Yeah, isn't that beautiful? That looks good enough to eat all by itself. But we got to cook that up. So stay tuned and we'll cook it on the grill. Stay tuned. So the chicken for my brown stewed chicken has been thoroughly marinated. What we're going to do now is scrape the marinade off it, get it on the grill, and it looks good enough to eat already, I gotta tell you. And it smells great. And you want to get the marinade scraped off there, because we're going to be cooking that marinade up in a little while. But first we're going to get some smoke on that chicken, get it cooked up. I got a couple of straggly pieces here. Got the get the marinade off of that. Get that thyme off of there, and that peppers and stuff. Scrape them all down, because that's going to go in a pot in a little while. And we're going to cook up the stew part of this chicken. But first we're going to get a little bit of smoke on there. A little bit of that good wood smoke. And that's our marinade that we're going to use for later. That was good enough to eat by itself. I wonder if you can see that. Let me zoom in on that. It's so pretty. Look at that bowl of marinade. Don't that look good? Yeah, so what we're going to do now is throw some pecan wood on the fire just to get a little smoke going on our chicken. And cook our chicken a little bit. Some pecan wood. Just a couple of pieces of pecan wood. Put the cover on it and let it rock and roll. And we'll bring you right back. And we're going to drink a beer, man. Soon come, man. Soon come. Okay, I got my chicken cooked up. It's got some beautiful caramelization on that stuff. I've got my cast iron pot, my pan on the griddle. And we're just going to throw a little bit of olive oil in there. Just a tad. And then we're going to scoop this marinade in there that we had that chicken in last night. And all those beautiful herbs and spices and peppers and onions in there. Isn't that pretty? Can you see that? Let's get you a look at that. Make sure you can see it. Yeah. Pretty, isn't it? Yeah, man. It be looking good, man. So we're going to cook that down a little bit. Just get a little bit of cook on them. Then we're going to return the chicken to the pot, and we're going to add a little bit of water. I have some water in a pan back here getting hot. The water has to be hot because you don't want to stop the cooking of the chicken. And after these veggies get softened up a little bit, we'll put the chicken back in the pot, we'll add some water, and then we'll let this simmer for about 30 minutes to an hour. And while it's doing that, I think we're going to drink a beer. So please, stay tuned, man. Soon come. Don't that look good? Stay tuned. Okay, my veggies have been cooking now for a little while. They're getting nice and soft. What we're going to do now is return the chicken to the stew. Get it all nestled in there good. Like so. Nice looking chicken. Nice looking veggies. Got breast with a bone in it. Got a boneless breast from my old lady who can't stand to eat anything with a bone in it. And a couple of thighs. We're going to nestle them down in there. Piece of a chicken breast tenderloin right there and another thigh. Get that all stuck in there. And then we're going to add a little bit of hot water that we got over here. About a cup of hot water to that. That's about a cup of hot water, just enough to get that going. And we're going to move that off the hot fire and cover it. And we're going to let that cook. We'll let that water stay over there and get hot, because we might have to add more water to it later. But there you go with the brown stewed chicken. How's that look? Not bad, huh? Yeah, we're going to let that cook a while with the cover on. Let that chicken continue to cook in those veggies and all those spices. Wonderful. And we'll come back and we'll drink a beer. So stay tuned. Yeah, there's the Frosty Root Boy mug, and here's today's beer. Jamaican Red Stripe. Jamaican style lager. And it says here, for over 80 years, Red Stripe has embodied the spirit, rhythm, and pulse of Jamaica and its people. So there you go. Jamaican beer, baby. I've had Red Stripe before. It's excellent beer. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just a lager. It's like the Budweiser of Jamaica. And this is what a lot of my Jamaican buddies drink. And they seem to like it just fine. It's a very light colored beer compared to some of the beers that I've been having lately. Even IPAs are darker than that. It's all almost yellow color. Can you see that? It's kind of a yellow color. I don't expect to find any citrus or hoppy scents to it. It's just, like I said, it's like Jamaican Budweiser. Yeah, it smells like, you know, generic beer. But it's good beer. It's better than Budweiser. Oh, sorry, Roll. I said let's quaff the froth off it. Did I say that? That's what I meant to say. It's very good. It's very drinkable. You know what I mean? It's not heavy or anything like that. I don't know what the ABV on this is. It's somewhere on the bottle. It has to say it. ABV, where are you? Drink responsibly. I'll be darned, I don't see it. Maybe it's on the front. Brewed by Red Stripe Beer Company. It doesn't say. It's got to be at least 4.5. I don't know. Anyway, that's my Jamaican beer for today. So let's check in on our Jamaican brown stew chicken. We're going to get some rice and beans going and get it on a plate and plate it up. So stay tuned. Okay, my Jamaican brown stew chicken is done. I got some red beans and rice in my bowl. I'm going to fish me out a thigh. Don't that look good? And I'm going to get me some of that sauce, that brown sauce. Oh man, don't that look good? We're going to take a taste of that. That's amazing. That chicken couldn't be any tender. Look at that. Oh boy. Oh, if you could only smell that. It smells so good. Oh my God. Excellent. Best ever. I love it. Jamaican brown stew chicken. So that's my video for today, babies. If you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go over and see a new guy, Harry Shingleton. He made a video for my chicken wing cook-off. He did an excellent job on it. So go check out Harry Shingleton's channel. Check out his chicken wing video on my chicken wing contest playlist. Let me get a swig of this. Oh, that's so good. That is so excellent. I can't tell you how good that is. Quite hot, quite delicious. Okay, babies. See you next week. We may not cook anything good, but I'll bet you we drink a beer. Bye.